Hello guys, this is Sushant. So welcome to your channel, that is Sai Engineers. Thank you guys for the overwhelming response for our videos on CAP rounds and also the various streams of engineering. We'll be happy to upload more videos on them in the near future. So for that, please keep liking our page, please keep sharing the videos, and please do subscribe. If you're new to the channel, we would like to tell you that we have videos for the first and the second year of engineering, some of the subjects like mathematics and electronics and engineering mechanics. We'll be making more such videos in the coming future. We are associated with the Samartha Vidya classes, which is for the engineering and the science students of 11th and 12th PCMB group. We also take classes for the engineering entrances. We also conduct classes for private and group home tuitions. We have announced a 10% discount for our YouTube subscribers for the first year engineering students. So please do avail for that discount. It is only for limited amount of seats. In the earlier video on our CAP round, we had discussed what is the basic procedure of CAP rounds, what are the various rounds which are going to be conducted. In this particular video, we are going to touch on some points which are going to be important while considering your option form. So before starting, let us understand two terms which are very much important while filling up your option forms. The first term is called as the home university, which is in short is HU, and the other term is OHU, which is outside home university. Home university is basically the region of your passing of your HSC exam. So if you passed your HSC from the city of Mumbai, then you will be coming under the Mumbai University. So Mumbai University will become your HU, that is a home university, and Pune University will become a OHU for you. So these terms are basically needed to be understood is because there are quotas which are allotted to them. So you have to be clarified with which university you're belonging, what is your home university. So to understand in which university you belong to, you have to understand the different types of candidates which have been mentioned in the information brochure. We have tried to give as much as information possible from the information brochure to you guys. So there are different types of candidates which are been mentioned in the information brochure. The type A candidate comes under the category who has passed is 10th standard and 12th standard, that is SSC and HSC from the Maharashtra state. So the home university becomes the place of his passing. Like if his school is somewhere in the city of Thane, then his home university will come as Mumbai University. So wherever is your passing place, that becomes basically the home university. So you have to go through the list of areas which come under different home universities. Coming to the second type, which is the type B. In that particular type, if you are not coming under the type A, that is if you are not passed your HSC and SSC from the state of Maharashtra, and if you are not domiciled, or if you are not born in the state of Maharashtra, but your father or mother is a domiciled citizen of Maharashtra, place where the father or the mother got his domicile becomes a home university for you guys. There are many more categories which have been explained in this particular information brochure. So if you are not coming in any of these categories, then you will be coming in All India category. So there is a specific quota which is given to each and every category, and depending on that you will be getting your seat. We'll be discussing the quota in a short while. Also, if you're coming in some minority groups, like if there are colleges which are based on linguistic minority groups, region specific minority groups, etc. So if you're coming in those categories, then you have to mention them. You have to carry the required documents for them. Now moving on, we'll be discussing about the CAP round 1. Now while filling up the option form, you can at the max fill up 300 different types of institutes along with their branches, and a minimum of 1 is required. So you have to fill up the institutes according to your preferences. So the first, whichever is your first, will be your first preference. They will be considering that institute as the first preference for you. If it is a second, then that will be your second preference. So accordingly, you have to fill up your preference form or the option form. So you have to be very careful while filling that particular form. There are many things which you should be considering while filling the forms. Now after filling up your option form, you have to wait for the results of the first round. For the first, after getting the results of the first round, if you are getting a seat, which you are being allotted a seat, then there are three different types of options which you can go for. Like the first option, if you are satisfied with the seats which is being allotted to you, like the university which you were preferring, if you are getting that particular preference and you are liking that particular seat, then you can freeze it. So that means that that particular seat is in your name and you will be not qualified for any further rounds. Now there is a second option which is called as a slide option. Now in the slide option, what you have is, it is basically telling you that you're satisfied with the institute which you have got, but you're not satisfied with the branch. Like while selection, if you are listed some amount of branch from the same university or institute, and you got some branch which you are not sure about it, like you are getting the branch which is information technology, but you were going for electronics or computer science, which you had placed above information technology. So what you can do is you can go for the slide option. Now in the slide option, what it does is it will reserve your seat in that particular institute, and whenever you're going for the second round, in the second round it will try to give you a preference which is above that in that particular institute. Like for example, if you had got in the first round information technology and you were preferring, let us say, computer science, which you had placed above information technology, and if you got in the second round, then you will be shifted to your computer branch. So that is what basically a slide option. You have to understand that slide option is within the institute itself. The third option which you can select is called as a float option. In the float option, if you are not satisfied with the institute which you are getting, then you can go for this particular option. In the float option, what it does, it is basically allotting that particular seat which you got in the first round. And in the second round, you will be eligible to go in for the option which were above this particular option. So if you are allotted with the preference which is going to be above, then obviously you will be getting the new preference and the earlier preference will be eliminated from your option. So you have to remember, while going for any of the two options like the float and the slide option, you have to understand that your previous option or the previous preference which you were being allotted will be automatically removed from your options. One more thing which you should keep in mind is, if you are getting your first choice itself in the first round, then you have no other option than to select that particular preference. Now, if a particular person has been allotted a seat in particular institute, in particular branch, if he has failed to give any acceptance for that particular seat in the time given, then in that case he will be not able to go for the next round. It is as if he has rejected the seat. So if he wants to be continued for the second and the third round, he has to fill in the option form again. He has to refill the option form again, and then only he will be allowed to sit in the second and the third round. Now the students who will be eligible for the second and the third round will be as such, like the student who has not got the seat in the prior round, like in the first or the second round he is not getting any particular option, then he will be eligible for the next round. The second category of students will be those students who had got some seat in the first round. They took the admission and then rejected it by going to the ARC. Then only they will be eligible for the second or the third round. The third criteria can be if they have rejected that particular seat by not going to the ARC. But in this case, then you have to refresh your option form. You have to resend your option forms. And if the candidate has selected to freeze, but he is desiring to change his institute, then in that case also he will be eligible for the second and the third round, but then he has to go to the ARC to intimate them about the change in your decision. Now in the third round, if you are getting any preference, then in that case you have no other choice but to accept it, because third round is going to be technically the last round for you. Now let us try to understand the various institutes which this particular cap round is going to give you the seats for. The first set of categories are for the government colleges, the government aided colleges, the various university colleges and SNDT. In this case, there is going to be a 100% allotment for the state candidates. Now, in this case, for the state candidates, which will be judged by the CET score, 100% is given for the state candidate for the autonomous universities. For the non-autonomous universities, there will be a bifurcation between the home university and the outside home university. For home university, there is a 70% quota given, and for the other home university, there is a 30% quota given. Now for the ICT College, Institute of Chemical Technology, Mumbai. In that case, there is a 70% quota given for the state students and 30% given for the all India students. For the government or government aided minority colleges, there is a 50% quota for the minority students, and from the remaining 50%, there is a 50% quota for all state students, and that is for the autonomous institute. For a non-autonomous institute, in that also there is a bifurcation for the home university and outside home university. So there is 35% for home university and 15% for outside home university. In the next category, that is going to be the private colleges, which are the unaided colleges and which are going to be the non-minority groups. In this case, if it is an autonomous institute, then there is a 65% quota given for the state student, and there is a 15% quota for the all India students. There is a 20% quota which is given for the institute level intake. So in this case, basically it is going to be the management seats or the NRI quota, which is the 5% quota which is given. Discussing about the next type of private colleges, which are going to be the minority colleges. In that case, there is a 51%, that is a minimum 51% number of seats of the total which are given for the minority groups. 15% has been allotted for the all India level seats, and 20% is for the institute level, that is going to be the management and the NRI quota. Now, apart from this, whatever is remaining is going to be, if it is an autonomous institute, then the remaining of the from the remaining part, if it is autonomous, then there is a 100% for all Maharashtra level, and if it is a non-autonomous, then in that case 70% has been allotted to the home university and 30% for the other home university. So basically this is how the categorization of the various institutes has been done. To understand which university is coming under which category, you have to go through the brochure and also the various information which is given on the site itself. We have tried to constrain as much as information in this particular video as possible. If there are certain points which you have missed or if you have not understood, then please do write it in the comment section. Please do share the videos so that it is helping the other students also. So please do like the videos, please do share the videos, and please do subscribe to our page if you are new to the channel. Also please hit the bell icon which is present besides the subscribe button, which will be giving you the notification as soon as our videos have been uploaded. So we are from Samartha Vidya and this is Sushant. We are signing off for today. We would like to tell you guys that we take classes for the first and the second year of engineering, and also for the diploma level student. We also take classes for the PCMB group, that is the 11th and the 12th, and also for vocational subjects. We also take classes for the engineering entrances. We also conduct classes for home tuition, that is group and private home tuitions. We have announced a 10% discount for our subscribers for the first year of engineering for the class tuitions. So please do avail for it. There are limited amount of seats which are available. To get more information on this, you can write in to us at our email address, which is samarthavidya@gmail.com, or you can visit our page, which is the Facebook page, that is for Samartha Vidya. So for now, signing off, this is Sushant. So take care, keep learning, keep watching, and happy learning. Bye.